Hi, this is Anthony for the Gazelle Gadget Lab. Today we have the Sony Ericsson Satio, or the Idou, and we're going to do a brief unboxing of the device and then get into some into the main features. So let's just crack this box open real quick. It's pretty simple packaging. Here we have the handset. I have the battery already installed in here, and then let's see, we have a micro SD, the adapter. I got an 8 GB card in there. Sony Ericsson classic stereo headphones. This one has this is the European version, so we got the Euro charger with a US adapter, and then we have a nice looking stylus from Sony Ericsson, pen style. The classic data cable to hook it up to the PC, and then we have this little nifty. It's like a stand and charger, all in one. Pretty cool. Get this out of the way. Comes with a case and documentation. So let's get into the phone right now. So this thing's already powered on. You can see the unlock switch is on the side right here. Micro SD, the charge port. We'll see the speaker, microphone, the camera shutter button, the camera video button, music, and zoom in and out. And then we have the power button and the camera shutter. Okay, so let's get into the overall size of the device. I got the N86 here and the Omnia HD, which I reviewed before. We can do a little comparison in size. So we see that the Satio is 112 by 55 by 13. Weighs in at 126 grams. It's pretty much the same, almost the same weight as the N86. Is a little bit heavier, but it's almost the same design style as the Omnia HD. So overall, the Omnia HD is a little bit taller on the. So let's get into some of these features over here. So the phone is running Symbian S60 5th edition, which we see on the N97 and the 5800. So it very much feels like a Nokia on the inside, with its own unique Sony Ericsson design. It does have an ARM Cortex 600 processor, which we see in the iPhone 3GS. So it is a lot quicker than the N97, which has the 434 processor. It's got 128 megabytes of storage on board. As I said, it supports a 16 gigabyte card. We have an 8 in here, and it's got 256 megabytes of RAM. Bluetooth, GPS, Wi-Fi, HSDPA. There will be an American version, the Satio A, to support 2100, 850 HSDPA. This is the European version. Okay, so now we'll get into the menu. One thing I liked was it does have a nice GPS system called Wise Pilot, which I used over the weekend, which is pretty good. You can zoom in here and see some of these icons in the menu. So you can see it does look just like a Nokia, the 5800 or the N97. And this is a theme I installed. We can change. One thing I didn't like is there's no AV access to Dalby Store, because it is a Sony Ericsson device. So you'll have to find applications elsewhere. But all the applications are pretty much compatible. What else do we see here? We see I'll get into just some of the menus, and I'll just show you how quick the OS is. So this is messaging. You can see it does have pretty decent scrolling. It is still a resistive touchscreen and not a capacitive like the iPhone. So that's one thing that I really don't like about the phone. But we can get into the camera real quick, which is probably the main feature of this device. The camera is pretty fantastic. It does feel more like a camera than it does a cell phone, and some of the images that I've taken over the weekend were pretty nice, much better than my N86. So let's take a quick picture of the keypad on the N86 to show you the quality on this. So we'll hold it down, let it focus. So as you can see right there, the quality is pretty incredible right there. The detail is pretty high. So then we'll go into the camera menu. There's a lot of different, we can zoom in right here, we can see a lot of different features like self timer, the picture size. You do have options for 12, 10, 9, 5 if you want to change them. And then we have focus. You can change the focus, the white balance, image stabilizer, effects, and shutter sound. And then you get into the video. One other thing, it's not great for a 12 megapixel phone. The max video is VGA still, 640 by 480 at 30 frames per second, which is, I would expect more from a 12 megapixel phone. And then the camera setup, there's a lot of different options in there. I also had a chance to play around with the panorama feature, which is pretty cool. One thing that not so great about the camera, the xenon flash is really not that powerful. I found the xenon flash on the N80 to be better, on the N82. So overall, I think it's a great camera and a decent phone. But the $1,000 price tag is a lot to ask for this thing right now. For around $500, $600, you can either easily grab an N86 or a Omnia HD, or even a W995, which it won't produce as quality shots, but will save you $300, $400. So it's up to you. If you have the money to blow out on a phone like this, it's fantastic. I think it's a great phone, but I don't really see the value in $1,000 right now. This is Anthony for the Gazelle Gadget Lab. Thanks.